What's up, guys? I'm Chase.
And I'm Landon, and today we're going to be giving you everything that you need to know about the upcoming Adidas Yeezy 700 V3 Kyanite and how to cop. Alright, so first, thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. Now, let's get started with the basic info for this release before we move on. So the Yeezy 700 V3 Kyanite is set up to release this upcoming weekend on March 27th with a retail price of $200 even as usual. And they will be available on various sites on various times throughout the day, but we get deeper into that in a minute. But that pretty much covers the date and the price, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at the overall design on these and why you should be going for these shoes. Alright, so checking these out, this is going to be a pretty money release. So feel free to let me know in the comments what your favorite Yeezy 700 model and colorway is. Because for me, of all the Yeezy 700s, the 700 V2s, and the V3s, even after getting these Yeezy 700 V2 creams in hand from a few weeks ago, I still think that the V3 is going to be the best Yeezy 700 model, but the Azurite is definitely my favorite of those. But, back to these, the Kyanite colorway isn't, very far off in my opinion, because it features the same similar blue knit upper to the Azurite, and then you see what people are calling more of an eggshell white overlay on top of that blue in the middle of the shoe. And then contrary to people using to Adidas using the Boost midsole, these have an EVA midsole instead, which maybe if people wouldn't prefer that, maybe they would. I mean, we're all different in that area. And then last, for the look, these do have a gum brown outsole on the bottom, and my overall opinion on these is going to be a cop for sure, because Yeezy 700 V3 models, they always crush it on the aftermarket, or at least more often than not. But now let's go ahead and keep moving on. All right, so for raffles and reservations on these Yeezys, some have begun to open up already, both online and in-app, but make sure that you come back and check out this video daily, because in the description, we're going to be leaving a link to our blog post, and then if you click on that, it's going to lead you to the blog on our website, and that's going to be where we update the raffles and in-app reservations as they continue to open and close. But now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Chase so he can let you know what sites are releasing these, what the aftermarket looks like on them, and then your best chance on how to cop a pair.
Thanks, Landon. All right, now I'm going to tell you what sites are dropping these 700 V3s and at what time. So at the time of this recording, it only looks like Yeezy Supply and the Adidas Confirmed app are scheduled to drop them this upcoming Saturday. But going off previous 700 releases, other retailers like Kith, Concepts, and Shoe Palace have gotten them in the past. So I'm sure as we get closer to the release date, more retailers are going to post on their social media, but we're going to leave a link to our blog post where you can find all the potential sites that could drop them. But for Yeezy Supply releases, they are at 9 a.m. Eastern time, and Adidas Confirmed is at 10 a.m. For drops like this, I recommend focusing on the Yeezy Supply website. If you ever experience a Yeezy Supply drop, it's pretty straightforward. Usually around 15 minutes in before the typical 9 a.m. drop time, you'll be able to click on the shoe and be placed into the waiting room. From then on, all you have to do is just don't refresh the page and be patient. Once 9 a.m. hits, it usually takes Yeezy Supply around 5 or 10 minutes later to see that status switch from the waiting room to the sale is live. From then on, just continue to wait patiently until you see that screen change, and then you can select your size and check out. Just a forewarning though, people do get a bunch of errors when trying to check out, so definitely try to enter in the waiting room on multiple devices like your phone and computer. Now, as for the Adidas Confirmed app, it's usually a raffle. Now, to enter into the raffle, just download the blue Adidas Confirmed app, scroll down to on the homepage, and you should see the 700 somewhere around there, and you can just participate in the raffle. But moving on, let's look at the average sale prices on the aftermarket. Now, as a disclaimer, the prices you see could change as we move closer to the release. So on our blog post, we also contain all the links to the marketplaces so you can check them out yourself. But starting off at StockX is at $350, Goat's at $420, eBay sitting at $350, and Flight Club is at $415. As for the stock, I would assume the stock to be less than the typical $350 release, and for my resale prediction, I predicted resale to be around $350 to $375. Now that's going to net you a profit anywhere between $200 and $250 per pair, depending on which size you cop and where you sell. But moving on, should you hold or sell this 700 colorway? Before giving my opinion, I am going to assume the whole duration that you're going to be holding onto these for is more than 6 months. Now, usually for a Yeezy, they would either be a quick flip, but for some reason, this model holds resale very well. But even though they hold resale very well, they don't really rise in value over time. Other than the first 700 V3, other colorways have sat around high 200s to low 300s. So keeping that in mind, I would recommend on selling, but it's nice to know that resale value will hold over time.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for episode 23 of How to Cop for the Adidas Yeezy 700 V3 Kyanite. Thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. And for more sneaker news, our available shoes for sale, and just anything that we do, click the link in the bio and check that out.
Also, feel free to comment, interact below to let us know what shoe you want to hear about next. But until next episode, peace.
Peace.